do a little impromptu live review sort of thing. I'm not actually doing a review, sorry, I'm just going to drink the beer. And I thought I'd put the internet on as you do and just chat. But I may actually review the beer. So again, I got Norse Star 2 and I got it from Morrison's. And again, I got it for half price. And it begs the question, somebody at Morrison's, my local Morrison's, must be getting a bollocking at some stage. Because that is a brand new beer. There is no reason on God's green earth to be reducing a beer to £2. Good evening, Scott. How are you, matey? Yeah, I walked in the other night and good evening. And it was reduced to £2. And I thought, the hell are they playing at? And the strange thing is, on the aisle, there's a ticket for North Star 1. There's absolutely no North Star 1. I know what's happened. Some idiot's not put the right ticket on. Good evening, Thomas. So, bit of an anticlimax tonight, isn't it, with England? They've already qualified. So it's like, okay. Now, I know, you look at the group, you think, we need to win to be the best. But do we need to win? Do we want to go up against France or Germany or Portugal? I'm not so sure. I mean, we want to play good. Yeah, it's a strange one. I mean, if we battered Czechoslovakia and played a hell of a lot better than we did the other night when we was poor, Spain, yeah, I don't think I'd want to play Spain either. There's some that you just don't want to play, isn't there? So yeah, I'm back. One does apologise for recent reviews and stuff. Mental health, it's a shit at times, and yeah, sometimes I really should keep off the camera when I'm in a mood. But hey, you know, such is life. We all have good and bad days, don't we? And how can you not have how can you not have a good day when you're drinking something as quality as that? I mean, North Star 2, possibly the one of the best supermarket beers for as long as it stays in supermarket. And definitely want to come back on Thursday night. Yeah. Anxiety, stress. It's a killer at times, it really is. Do you know what? I walked into Morrison's the other day and there was 4. And I picked one up and thought, I'll pick one up and I'll leave the other 3. Good evening. And then I went back 2 seconds later. Somebody had gone and took the other 3. So I thought, sod it, I'll just take it home with me. So yeah, good to see Grealish on the pitch tonight. And the young lad from, I think it's Arsenal. Young black lad from Arsenal. Who's supposed to be really, really good. So that's good. I don't understand why they're reducing a brand new beer. In my old Sainsbury's, you get an arsehole in for it. You really would. Good evening. So, me tonight, I'm hoping England do what they need to do. I'm hoping we play well. I don't care if it's a draw because we've already qualified, but I'm hoping we play well. What we don't want is to lose, because going into the next round losing would not be good. Get some Zubras. Polish, eh? Now, me being British, I'm hoping that Scotland actually win tonight. But Croatia are not an easy team to beat. Yeah, I've heard about this Schick fella. Yeah, he's the Schick, yeah. So I've got some kegs that the boss at work was chucking. And I can see them bubbling away in front of me. I hope I don't come in tomorrow and they're in kegs. And what is it? San Miguel. And I can see it bubbling. I can see it, a little bubble on it. Unless it's because I'm sat. It's me. Yeah, it's me on the floor. Good evening. The black currant's doing nothing. I think I put the yeast in when the water was too hot. I've got more yeast, so I might just chuck the other packet of yeast in and get it bubbling. No, I'm going to add more yeast. I reckon I didn't let it. This is the thing, you know. You know when I'm doing a normal brew, I only have 2.5 litres of blooming hot water. There was 5 litres of boiling hot water. I reckon it was my own fault. So I might chuck the other yeast in tonight because it's quite nice in the shed. It's a good temperature. It's about 20 degrees. Yeah, about 19 degrees in here. So it's decent enough for the for good fermentation. I mean, the Imperial Honey Porter's going lovely. Yeah, I think the first set of yeast didn't do anything. You know, it happens sometimes though. Sometimes you do get dodgy yeast, but I think it was more my own fault. Or it could be that the cordial is just I boiled it and the preservatives have killed the yeast off. And if it has, I might have to revert and just go and get some blooming juice. So yeah, I might chuck the yeast in tonight and then do a bit of an homebrew update tomorrow. I need to get back to normality with stuff. Been a bit of a crazy weekend in one way or another. And I don't know about Michael Owen. Oh, what's he done there? Roy Keane was funny tonight. I've been watching the ITV. I think it's ITV. I never know these days which channel it's on. It might be BBC for all I know. But Gary Lineker wasn't doing it, so I presume he's BBC. I don't know. Don't really watch TV, to be honest. But I know Ian Wright, Roy Keane, and that lad from Man United, whatever his name was, the right winger. Neville. Gary Neville? No? I don't know. I do like this, but I do think that the first one just edged it. And I think it's that thing of, do you like almond or do you like hazelnut? Neville, I said, yeah. And I think I actually prefer the first one to this. But the first one was an iconic beer. I mean, we never did see Death Star come into shops. I'm tempted to do an order from Northern Monk at some stage and just get Death Star myself. Just looking at the keg on the floor. I'll try and work out how to open it first. Is she? That's not good. Do you ever... I get it on the internet, you know, on Instagram. Good evening, matey. How are you? I get it on the... I think you can from Northern Monk's website. I think you can buy Death Star. For some reason, it never came to Tesco's. It was a stupid thing. Why even advertise it if it's never ever going to show up? It's, you know, putting the ticket on the shelf and it not showing up. It's a weird thing. And usually supermarkets don't do that trick. Yeah, I'm sure you can. It won't be as cheap as a £5, that's for sure. But, yeah, I'm sure you can. Oh. Well, I was supposed to be doing 50,000 steps today, and I've walked around like an absolute muppet all day long. Good evening, mate. Well, we've already qualified, which kind of kills the game, really, in my respect. Do you play crafty, or do you just go out and win, and what will be, you know, que sera, sera? Because any team's beatable on its day. Germans, French, Portugal, and we do owe Ronaldo a good hiding, don't we? You know, in some respects. For that wink all them years ago. I was in Spain at the time, and that wink, oh my God, the reaction in the pub. Plus there was one Scottish bloke winding all the English fans up. You see, I was just in normal clothes, really. It's terrible, you reckon? I thought the addition of Grealish was a good thing. £6.95. That's not too bad, is it? Good morning, Sam. How are you? And obviously, good morning, Greg. Good morning. Good evening, Marva. God, it's been a long week. So it's been a long week, mentally more than anything. Yeah, we need to. Tonight it would be a good night to hammer the checks and make everyone think, bloody hell, this English team's got something about it. It's weird. It's usually injuries that keep players out, not bloody COVID. And it's a strange one, isn't it? It's a strange old game. I just hope all the German team get COVID before we meet them, or the French, and just to give ourselves a bit of a, all 11 of their first team all get COVID. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Yeah. Obviously jesting. Zach Clough, yeah, he did. Didn't do a lot at Forest, but he wasn't a bad player. He just didn't do a lot, But Forest have had so many players over the years. We seem to just get players willy-nilly. Yeah, Saka, that's the one. Yeah, the young lad from Arsenal. Yeah, Grealish. I really hope Grealish takes his opportunity and gets on that world stage. Does a bit like a Gaza does. Really shows what he can do. Now's a better chance than any. Good for his confidence, good for England's confidence. And, this could be the kickstart to something very, very interesting. And we need it. He needs it, we need it. Scotland played us off the park with that. Their tactics were just bang on. I don't think Czechoslovakia will care too much about our lads. Well, you've got to give some of the lads and the other lads a chance, haven't you? Because how the hell do you ever know? No, it's good to be. I mean, Maguire's back in defence, so that's interesting. He's a good player. Sancho, yeah, they're on about him. I've got two smoky beers actually, very similar. From low cost beer, I had a couple similar to that. So I've got two like that, to be fair. I've got some kegs in front of me that I got from work. He's chucking them away. And I've got to try and work out how to, open them without getting absolutely covered in bloody beer. San Miguel and a few others. Free delivery on £20 orders. Bloody hell. Them overtones that I got the other day, they were... is that an overtone? £8.30 for one chuffing can. Yes. It better be some beer when I drink it. £8.30. I'm used to supermarket beers, 4 for £6. Yeah, he's expensive, job is. So I got the overtone, whatever that is, crystal ball. Yeah, and it's a TIPA, TIPA, 11%. And I also got, I did get some nice beers on Father's Day. Yeah. Another fucking mental breakdown, but there you go. And then this fella, overtone, and it's Last Bus Tayoka. And again, 11%. So another teeper. Why I picked two teepers up, I don't know. And then I got a glass house, and yeah. And I got this from Browridge Keys. Chocolate Fudge Stout Cognac Edition. Imperial Stout, 11.5%. A teeper is a triple IPA. £7.40 for that little can, though. Jesus Christ. It's a good thing it was Father's Day. I got a glasshouse pale as well, fruited pale. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, always do it on your channel as well. You can do StreamYard on your phone. I know you can, because I've done it. It's a little bit awkward to see, mind you, but and I also got this fella. This was 12 quid. 12 bloody quid. So it's Boxcar and Daya. So it's actually my first Daya that I can remember, at least. Barley wine. Brand new, apparently. So I might review that for my birthday. Yes. Yeah. I've told the wife I'm doing a live on the birthday. She don't actually know I'm doing a live tonight. She thinks I'm just coming down to do a review. So as long as I'm not too long, I'm all good. Don't want to push the boat too far. Although any recent issues are my issues, but that's shit, isn't it? On the Heineken, fair play. It is a great football beer. You know, you don't want to be drinking 9%ers when you're watching the football because you'll be all pissed. I'm only having the one, and then I'm going up the house to sit and watch the football. And the wife's watching the football with me tonight, so that's new for her. Hot sauce taco goes. Oof. No thanks. Yeah, I'll give that one a miss. There's some stuff in life I just really don't need to push that thing out for. And I'm learning now, you know, with supermarkets, that one, I haven't got the ability to buy every single new beer going because it costs so much. But two, I want to do a lot more local stuff. So but I want to do more local stuff. A sour beer with tomatoes and onion powder in it. No. I think I'd rather stick with Old Tom every day of the week. I got it from the Crafty One bar and bottle shop in Ilkeston. I walked in, and he had a counter, a bar. Definitely, especially when you go to these craft beer shops. And he had a bar, but he said these are all the brand new ones, and that was one of the brand new ones. So I'm going to review it on my birthday. Although maybe I'm doing it live on my birthday. I know the other day, whatever I said, but about 9 o'clock it'll be a late one because we're going out for a meal and that. Yeah, there's limits, isn't there? Hot sauce Tom review. I'll need to watch it. Yeah. I've not even looked at the phone today. I've been walking around all day with a bloody mower. 39,000 steps, something like 29 kilometres. Knackered. Fucking legs. Although, to be fair, not as knackered and tired as I thought I'd be. Just trying to push myself, see how far I can go. Amazing sometimes. Do you know when you are more active and more active, I'll give you an instance. Went to Alton Towers the other day. We got there for 9:15 in the morning. We stopped till 8 o'clock at night. I drove there, drove back, and I was still as fit as they come. That is some friend. Well, we've got our car back now. Yeah, thank God at last. Yeah, so we've got rid of the hire car. We've got the BM back. Don't sound quite the same as it did. The exhaust seems a little bit more throaty, but they're saying that the catalytic converter, when it's not been used for about 5 weeks, takes a bit of time to bed in again. Yeah, hot sauce taco. Oh. Oh, the ride on mower. Sorry, yeah. No, I didn't bloody show up. No, twat. No, end up doing all the fucking mowing with a little farty bleeding mower. Good evening, Damon. How are you, matey? And how's the family? So, England match tonight. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes and then I'll have to come off because I can't be done with the moaning. And plus I want to sit down, settle down, watch the match and chill. I've done some plumbing tonight. And we've got an issue with our sink upstairs. And it keeps gunking up, you know, with soap and airs and that. So, well, I'm going down to Southampton on Friday. So there'll be some blasting at some stage anyway. Where there isn't bloody speed cameras, the motorway in Nottinghamshire is littered with them. If you haven't drove up the M1 in a while, you've got to really watch yourself. The M1 is absolutely flooded with remote speed cameras. The M42 though isn't. Yeah. I'll just drop it to 100 down there. No, I'll drop it to 70. Very well, matey. Should be an interesting match. Yeah, let's hope he plays to his full potential. You know, and we have a good match. Yes, definitely. Looking forward to it. One of these days, one of these chuffing days, we will sit down, watch England play, and they actually do what they're supposed to. On the M1, they've actually got these new yellow cameras. So the gantry cameras don't work on the M1 in Nottinghamshire. This is. I don't know about the rest of the UK. So they've put these extra on the far side of the gantry. Where, unless you're watching, you don't see. But I spotted them a mile away. And these new cameras to catch both sides now, going up and down. So it's funny because everyone knows where they are anyway. So you get, all of a sudden everyone's doing 70, and then about 2 minutes later, all of a sudden it's woof, 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 everyone's flying past you. I mean, I'm all right. 70 is enough for me anyway. I'm not really bothered unless I get on the A50 and then go 80. It's a killer though, going back from a 21 plate car back to an older car. Albeit it's a nice car, RBM, but it is an older car. And that 21 plate was as smooth, and it was a diesel, and it was as quiet as you can get. Fantastic, really. Anyway, predictions for tonight? I reckon it'll be a draw. I'm hoping we get a 2-2 draw, which puts them top of the group, and we stay in second. That'll do me. They'll win on goal difference. I'm happy with that. Just for us to get a couple of goals, though. Or we thump them 4-0. I mean, the other day, I knew Scotland had done that. I knew it was not going to be the game that everyone said it was going to be. I could tell it. 68 plate, bless you. Can't fault you. There'll come a time where cars won't need any petrol or anything. Good evening, Jim. How are you, matey? Scotland are playing at 8 o'clock, aren't they? Just out of curiosity. See you later, matey. Have a good one. Let's hope Scotland can do it tonight without their best player as well, or at least the player that played so well in the other game. Bloody COVID. It's shit, isn't it? It's just crap. But it also gives the chance for somebody else. Good evening, Slurpee. It's been a while. Oh, you fancy Scotland to beat Croatia? I'd like to see Scotland go through, as I would Wales. Wales are through, I think, aren't they? I don't know. I've not been keeping an eye on the news. Too many issues. But it'd be good. Be good to see, all three teams go through. Could you imagine a quarter-final with all three teams? That would be amazing. And a final, England versus Scotland, or England versus Wales, or Scotland versus Wales in the final. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be easy losing good players. Just hope the other players, coming off the England match where they played so well, do well tonight. Momentum. England, they've got something to prove after the other night. They didn't play to their full potential by no means. But Scotland play a good marking game, So they did their homework. Homework's part of the game, isn't it? You can nil a team, as you know, by watching like Nottingham Forest play teams. If you nil out their best player, then half the time that's their team in the doldrums. Crazy Ahmad. If that's how you pronounce it, hopefully. So, a couple of reviews tomorrow. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, but definitely back live about 9 o'clock-ish. You've got checking the sweepstake. I think they'll go through. Well, they are going through, aren't they? The interesting round is when you meet the big teams, Italy, France, Germany, Portugal. That's when it starts hitting the fan. But everyone's, it's all right, it's decent. Again, the price was right. You know, Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo, the best player in the world. Messi needs to prove himself at another team. Hopefully Messi will come to Britain next year. Hope he'll come to Man City. Good evening, mate. Very well. Hopefully he'll come to Man City next year. And hopefully he can, you know, he's been at Barcelona too long. North Star's amazing. It is. And see you later. And fingers crossed for your team. Right, I better run as well. Conscious that everyone wants to go and watch the match. So do I. Absolutely amazing beer. Was I reviewing it? No. All day long, I got 4.5 out of 5. The hazelnut version, yeah, be about 9 o'clock. There is, yeah. I don't know who's playing. Yeah, England and Scotland are both playing, so it'll be an interesting one. Let's hope both teams will win. Good evening. Yeah. My local Morris. Well, I don't think it's luck. I think it's just someone's not too clever. Some idiots left the wrong ticket on the shelf, the old North Star. This comes in and they reduce it to half price. That's called not reading labels and not looking at your schemes properly, your layouts. But it happens in supermarkets. You know, there are people who just aren't very good at layouts. Right, got to run. Footy's on. We'll see you. You never know. Might see you half time. You never know. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for coming. And fingers crossed we get through. Cheers. With a win.